Hi guys, I'm Shaney. Welcome to my channel, a place where you can find all things self-development, minimalism and lifestyle. This week I'm going to be discussing a productivity game changer, and that is how to wake up at 5 AM religiously. So the first thing you need to do before you even start thinking about waking up at 5 AM is decide, why do you want to wake up at 5 AM? The reason why you need a why is because when that alarm goes off at 5 AM and your bed is so snuggly and warm and the outside world is just an absolute no at that point of time, you need to quickly think about your whys to help get you up and out of that bed. It is early, in the winter it is hard, it's cold out there, it's warm in your bed, it's snuggly, you need something to entice you to get out. So your why could be that you want to get up and go to the gym before the day started, because the gym's quieter then, you don't have to share the equipment, you can really smash your workout then, and it just makes you feel like an absolute boss. It might be so you can get up and work on your side hustle, or because you don't get any other time during the day and that you're most productive in the morning. So captivating and really locking in a good amount of time in the morning is essential for you, especially if, like me, you have a full-time job, so you can't just dedicate whatever time you want to your side hustle. Whatever your why may be, figure it out, write it down, and there has to be an emotional trigger to that. So for me, the reason why I wake up at 5 AM is so I can get up and go to the gym. Personally, if you've had a crap day at work, you are way less motivated to go to the gym afterwards. You just want to go home and slump. You never know how your energy levels are going to fluctuate throughout the day. You may not be in the mood. I also find personally, for me, for my weight and for maintenance of my overall health and fitness, I actually work out better in the morning fasted, so it's just a preferred time for me to wake out. I also find that if I work out in the morning and I get up early, my whole day is just completely different. I feel so much more productive, it really gets me going. I just like waking up at 5 AM, I feel really accomplished when I do it. So for me, that's my why, and that's what helps me get out of bed at 5 AM. Tip number 2, probably really obvious, is get enough sleep. The worst thing is if you go to bed at like 12 or 1 or even 2, and then your alarm goes off maybe 3 hours later. 1, you're not going to be rested, you definitely aren't going to want to get up at 5 AM. And 2, even if you do, you're probably going to crash maybe an hour or 2 later because you are sleep deprived. So make sure you get a full 7 hours sleep. That is the recommended minimum sleep that you should get each night in order to function optimally. Obviously, if you sleep a little bit more, that's probably fine, your body might need it, but 7 hours minimum. If you want some tips on how to get restful sleep and how to get more sleep in less time, I did a video a couple of weeks back on how to sleep like a pro, which basically gives you a load of tips to maximize your sleep efficiency. So I will link that in the end screens and in the description box below if you would like to look that up. Personally, for me, my absolute latest to go to bed is 10 PM, mostly because 1, it means when I wake up at 5 AM, I am not in the middle of a sleep cycle, so I'm not going to feel groggy when I wake up, and 2, that is also that 7 hours sleep. It's not too early to go to sleep and it's not too late to go to sleep. So for me, that's my happy medium. Tip number 3 is something that I have to do now. I used to be able to get up when my alarm went off and I would literally just be awake. When I first started waking up at 5 AM, I definitely needed some assistance. Obviously, it's a bit of an adjustment. So when your alarm goes off, the first thing you need to do, instead of reaching over to snooze that alarm, sit up. Just sit up. You don't have to get out of bed, but just sit up and just sit there with your eyes closed and just let your body realize, okay, it's waking up, and just allow your body to slowly get up rather than abruptly forcing yourself out of bed. For some people, getting straight up and putting a dressing gown on or something like that might work for you, but for me, just sitting up and being vertical pulls my body out of that sleepiness. It's so easy when you're lying down, when you snooze that alarm, to just go straight back to sleep. So if you sit up, I feel like it helps you wake up more, and then you can open your eyes and be like, we did this, let's go. Sub tip from that tip is to set your alarm, place your alarm across the room from you. So if you want to turn it off, you have to actually get up to turn it off, and by the time you've gotten up, you probably, you're up already. There's no point in lying back down. Also, it means that you're not just going to be able to fall back to sleep unless you can sleep through your alarm, which I know some people can do, but you're going to have that annoying ringing in the background. Your sleep's not going to be as restful. It's just really not a win. Just get up. Another tip that I personally find really helpful, and I do, is I always keep water by my bed. 1, because I always get thirsty in the middle of the night, or I hate waking up needing a drink of water and then realizing I have to go all the way downstairs to the kitchen. It's not what I want to do. I just want to be able to roll over, have a quick sip and go straight back to sleep. Also, reason for having it near your bed is that in the morning when you wake up, you're obviously really dehydrated, and I don't know, for me, as soon as I sit up, I drink some water, because it's like telling my body I'm awake, I'm doing awake activities like drinking water. Plus, it rehydrates my body. You've just spent 7 to 8 or however many hours asleep. Imagine a dehydrated cell. It's like a wrinkly cell. I feel like when I drink water, it automatically expands full of life and is vibrant and is like fluid, and I don't know, I just feel like my body just goes, I'm awake now. So have water nearby your bed, drink water as soon as you wake up. One, for the rehydration purpose, especially if you're going to do an AM workout, you're going to need that water in your body, and 2, it just helps you wake up. My last tip is to wake up the same time every morning, even on the weekends when you're first setting this habit. Now obviously, as you solidify this habit, you don't need to wake up at 5 AM on the weekend, but definitely recommend it to begin with. It's a body clock. You're teaching your body that you want to get up at this time. So wake up at 5 AM every morning for as long as it starts to feel natural to you, for you. Personally, for me, I noticed after 2 weeks of doing it that I naturally started to wake up just before my alarm would go off. So 4:55, 4:59 even, I would wake up just before my 5 AM alarm. It's because my body was starting to anticipate it. So your body will get there, I promise, but you have to set your alarm every single day for the first however long it takes you. Everyone's body's going to be slightly different, so just listen to your body, and if you feel like you're naturally starting to wake up before that alarm, then maybe you can sleep in a little bit at the weekend. Me personally, now I don't allow myself to sleep in past 8 AM on the weekends, mostly because I am most productive in the morning. I love the morning, I love the daylight, so I want to capture as much of that as possible. So that concludes today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please do give these tips a try, especially if you are looking to do a 5 AM morning routine. I have honestly feel like I've transformed my productivity by waking up at 5 AM. I get so much more done. I feel so much better. I just feel like I'm ready to go. And by 7 AM, I've already worked out, I've meditated, I've written in my journal, I've like ticked off my day plan or whatever I need to do. And I feel like a pretty accomplished honey by 7 AM, which is pretty good. And then the rest of the day you just feel good and you feel more relaxed because you know you've already done X amount of things that you needed to do that day. You just prioritize yourself rather than your job. I start work at 8:30, so for me, I don't get masses of time in the morning, so waking up at 5 AM gives me time to work on myself first rather than going into work and focusing on somebody else's company. Not that I dislike my job or anything, but you know what I mean, it's not prioritizing you. The only thing you gain from work realistically is the fact that you get paid. You're not really passionate about your job, which most people aren't, or it's not your company. It's not really investing in yourself apart from the fact that you get paid. So work on your side hustle, do the other things that work on yourself. You can get that done before 7 AM or even 8 AM. If you enjoyed this video and would like to see more related content, please do subscribe. I post new videos every single Sunday. You can also find me on Instagram at cheneyparsons. I will link it in the description box below if you wish to give me a follow on there. If you have any other tips that you find personally help you wake up at 5 AM, if you're already in the 5 AM club and you think will benefit someone else, please do share it in the comment section below. This channel is all about sharing information that benefits everybody. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you all so much, and I'll see you next week.